Newton and the Bounty still checked out?
Let's see. No, it came back yesterday. Check the third aisle, 1, 2, 4 shelves down and 2 over.
Okay. Thanks.
Aye, aye, sir.
You know, Tess, if I could be anything besides an angel, I think I'd like to be a librarian.
Well, why would you want to be anything other than an angel?
Well, of course I wouldn't, but if I were anything besides an angel, wouldn't it be wonderful to be a human, teaching other wee humans to read? It's like giving a child a key to her future. And look at that lady, how she does it with such style and creativity.
That's Charlotte.
She should be a fun assignment.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say fun. And I wouldn't say she's your assignment because she's not. She's the mother of your assignment.
Why am I meeting my assignment's mother?
Because you've got to know where you're coming from in order to understand where you're going, Angel Girl. Parents and children think about the past very differently. There's a whole section about it over there in aisle 7. Never mind. That's your assignment.
Hi, Sarah. What are you doing?
I am posting an ad for a new assistant in the studio.
Oh, what did I do now?
Oh, come on, Mother. We have talked about this. I'm trying to make plans for the future, my own plans. I really appreciate everything that you have done for me, but I don't want your help anymore. This is my studio, my career, and I would really like to do it myself.
That was the first sentence you ever said as a baby. Do it myself.
Yeah, well, maybe it's time you started listening.
Oh, Sarah.
Mother, believe me, this is the right thing to do for the both of us. I am not firing you. I am just...
You are firing me. But hey, it'll leave me more time here at the library.
Hi, Miss Perkins.
Hi, Julie. You are the very first one for story time. And you know what that means. You get to wear the hat. Oh, you know our story this week is all about the American Revolution.
Mother.
Yeah?
I really need to go. I have 6 roles I need to develop. But I would like to discuss this later.
Sure, sweetheart. We'll discuss it when you are swamped, have nobody to turn to, nobody to trust, and you realize you shouldn't have fired your mother. This is my daughter. She's just declared her independence. Come on, let's get a good seat. Say goodbye.
Do you remember what happened when the colonists declared their independence from the king?
There was a war.
When you walk down the road, heavy burden, heavy load, I will rise and I will walk with you. I'll walk with you till the sun don't even shine. Walk with you every time. I tell you, I'll walk with you. Believe me, I'll walk with you.
Yeah.
Come on, don't go limp on me now. Give me perky, sexy perky. Maybe a little sassy. Hi, can I help you?
Hello, I'm Monica. I'm answering the ad for the assistant's job.
Wow, that was quick. Okay, well, I'm Sarah. What kind of experience have you had?
Oh, well, none, with a camera, but I'm a really good organizer. Phones, coffee, filing, bookkeeping, coffee. I'm a very quick learner.
Well, I don't mind that you haven't had any experience with the camera. See, my last assistant thought that she knew everything, so... do you mind if I continue? She started out as my silent partner, but before I knew it, she was here all the time, negotiating with clients and demanding payments before they were even due, generally just driving me crazy. So finally, I just had to let her go. But There are other things that she's better at.
Like being a librarian.
Oh, you met my mom then.
Aye, she saw me looking at the flyer on the bulletin board and gave me a kind of a pre-interview. Actually, she told me to tell you that she approved.
Oh, you want to know something crazy? She's probably right. When can you start?
When do you need me?
Immediately. You see, I am taking a break from the unspeakable glamour of print advertising, and I'm going to Bosnia soon to work for a journalist friend of mine. Well, Jeff works for most of the major magazines, and he's working on the International Rescue Committee and wants me on this assignment with him. He's been after me for years to get into the real world, and it's what I've always wanted to do, so...
Why did you wait until now?
Do me a favor. Don't tell anyone about this trip. Anyone. And remember, I'm the one you work for, not my mother. Come on, I got some film in the soup.
I had the inclination and the time to volunteer.
It's sort of like a calling.
Yes, exactly like one.
Timmy. Timmy? Oh. Now, how many times have I told you if you can't reach something, use the encyclopedias? They're so much sturdier. These little books are going to fall right over. Which was it? This one? Okay. Here. Check it out. Be on your way.
Thank you.
You have quite a way with children, Charlotte. Your daughter must have had a wonderful childhood.
That's exactly what I keep trying to tell her.
So your mother brought you up alone?
Oh, yeah. Things changed pretty much after Dad left. Mom just kind of flipped out. I mean, she never even had a job in her life. She did manage to get this dead-end job, answering phones for a portrait photographer. I have these memories of doing my homework in the waiting room. I can never smell developing fluid without thinking of English papers or algebra. But the good news is that that's what got me interested in photography in the first place. Mother even bought me a little camera just to keep out of her hair.
I don't think she flipped out at all.
Huh.
About this one.
Oh, lucky and sexy industrial tape. Huh. Did your mother ever work when you were a kid, Monica?
I don't have a mother.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I do have someone who looks after me. It's very nice.
Oh, nice, huh? They must live in another state.
Yes. A totally different state altogether.
Oh, well, you see, that's the key. You keep the people that you love as far away from you as possible.
This was Sarah's first camera. It's just like the one my father gave me. I bought it for her by saving up the change I would have used at the laundromat. I washed clothes by hand for a year.
Oh, my.
Yes, and then we taped up the windows of the bathroom and built her a little darkroom.
Well, it seems to have paid off.
Oh, yes. I helped her become a stable businesswoman, even if she doesn't know it. Let me show you my favorite thing in the whole library. Look. Do you see this signature? Robert Frost once checked this book out. He held this very book in his hand, turned the pages with the same fingers that gave us his great poetry. Why, this little piece of paper is a museum piece. But history like this gets forgotten now that everything is computerized.
Nothing meaningful is ever really forgotten. It's always there for the people who are willing to look for it.
That's right.
Yes.
Charlotte,
Yeah?
I think you wanted to keep this.
Oh, how stupid of me. Thank you, Tess. I have been doing things like this a lot lately. What, yesterday, I put my mail in the refrigerator. Can you imagine?
Excuse me, I'm looking for the great hardware catalog photographer.
I gotta get a bell for that door. Hey. Monica.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
Hello, Jeff. I'm Monica, Sarah's new assistant.
You fired your mom? My big brave girl. So how was Charlotte about Bosnia? Oh, you haven't told her. So much for my big brave girl. All right, quick, let's slink out of here before Charlotte's radar locks on and shoots us down.
You're leaving for Bosnia now?
Well, yeah, but you can hold down the fort for a week, can't you? I mean, it's really just the phone.
I suppose so.
Great. Well, I'd leave you a number, but we don't have one. And whatever you do, do not tell my mother where I've gone. If you uphold your end of the bargain, I will bring you back a nice piece of shrapnel. Promise?
Promise.
Great. You are an angel. Come on.
All right. Got the bags packed, the reservations are made.
I'm really doing this.
My, you're a fast reader. I think you're ready for the young adult section. Aisle 9, honey.
Someone's not quite so happy.
Well, she's worried about her daughter.
Sarah, call me, please.
This past week has really taken its toll. That girl could tell her mother something so the poor woman doesn't worry so. It's just common courtesy.
Nobody likes to feel they always have to report to somebody, Tess.
Oh, really?
Well, all I'm saying is that Charlotte should understand that Sarah has a life of her own and she shouldn't have to hide it. Tess, are you the same when you're not with me? I mean, what do you do when we're not together?
First of all, I love you, angel girl, but I am not your mother. I'm your supervisor. Secondly, how I act on my own time is my own business. Third, we have an assignment here about those two, not us two.
Andrew, is Sarah?
No, she's fine. She's fine. She had a close call over there, but she's on her way home and she should be here tonight.
Good. Andrew, what do you think that Tess does when she's alone? You know, when she's not supervising us?
Well, I don't know, Monica. I guess she just sits in a corner and waits to be needed by us.
Well, seriously, I asked her and she told me in so many words to butt out. What should I do?
I don't know. How about, butt out?
Hey. Oh,
Well, welcome back.
Mother. I'm glad you're here. Oh? Really? Oh, I know you're upset, but listen, just try to get past it for a minute because I have some great stuff to show you. It has changed my life. I feel like everything that I've done up until now has been nothing.
How could you leave for 2 weeks and not tell me anything?
Well, because if I would have told you I was going, you would have found a way to stop me. I went to Bosnia.
Bosnia?
Bosnia, as in the war in Bosnia.
Oh, dear God.
I wanted to do something real. I didn't get into photography to take pictures of things that don't look back. I found I love photojournalism.
Oh, stop that! Passion does not pay the bills, Sarah. Now, what's really going on here?
My life, I think I found it.
In Bosnia?
Oh, Mother, just listen for a minute. Do you remember Jeff from college?
You're not going with him again.
Well, he's got some major assignments, and he wants me to be his photographer full time.
No. No! 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 Oh! 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 Hello, Tess. This is Charlotte. I'm coming to the library to see you, okay? And, maybe you should have Monica drop by the studio. Yes. Okay.
Yes, we can. Caucasian female, head injury. He's got possible hemorrhage in the left eye.
I'm here for Sarah Perkins. Did you know about this?
I don't know what this is. I just dropped by to see you this afternoon, and then I got the message to stay and wait. I'm not sure who I'm waiting for.
I can do this.
It's okay. It's okay. We need help here.
Oh.
Can you hurry?
Yes, ma'am, of course.
So you've been here, what, 20 minutes? Did you know your daughter had been attacked?
My baby?
You had blood on your hands when you came in here. Why'd you wash that off?
The nurse did it. How else were they supposed to know if she had been injured? She did come in here to get examined, Detective.
What happened to my baby?
Well, the doctor's still with her. She'd been lying there a long time, Mrs. Perkins. Is that your daughter's dried blood on your hand?
Oh.
Do you know anything about what happened to your daughter tonight?
She's a very successful photographer.
And you didn't see anything either.
I wasn't there. I just found her.
What happened to my baby? Where is she? Where is Sarah? Where did she go now?
The doctor.
Where is she?
The doctor is taking very good care of Sarah, honey.
Let me see what I can find out.
Mrs. Perkins, why are you getting so upset?
I think that's enough for now, don't you?
Yeah, well, I'm just doing my job.
And I'm doing mine.
She's awake, Detective Wilson.
I'll be right back.
Second
I love my baby.
Of course you do, honey.
She's conscious and they're taking x-rays.
Oh, good.
Well, somebody better get her a lawyer. Mrs. Perkins, you're under arrest for the attempted murder of your daughter, Sarah Perkins.
What?
That can't be right.
I have a witness that saw her come out of the studio, plus a positive ID by the victim herself.
No!
This lady doesn't need to be arrested. She needs a doctor.
Let's get her into sight, Dad.
Clear the way. Heads up, Roger. You don't want to hurt you. Take it just
Take it easy. Don't worry, Charlotte. No one's going to hurt you.
You got her hand, please.
Try to relax. Take it easy. Right arm, one arm. Let's go. Got it.
Clear, please. Come through.
Charlotte and Sarah had been a time bomb waiting to explode for years, and it finally did.
What do we do now?
Not we, Angel Girl. I gotta stay right here. But there is something you can do. I want you to go back to the library for me and find something. An old camera.
Sarah's camera? I saw it, the old brownie.
But there's another camera there, too. A special camera, hidden away. Her mother's.
Charlotte was a photographer?
Charlotte was many things that Sarah doesn't remember.
Charlotte was always pretty tightly wound, but wow.
Yeah, she's done some pretty lousy things, but I never thought she'd try to hurt me. And my eye, of all the things to do to me.
Oh, Sarah, your eye might be just fine.
Oh, she's a lunatic.
Sometimes, when the people who love us try to hurt us, the only way to find out why is to ask questions. You know, maybe you just need to look a little deeper.
I don't need to dig a little deeper. I need a restraining order.
Charlotte's clearly insane, Monica. You saw her.
My mother saw how happy I was doing something that she had absolutely nothing to do with. And she went crazy. End of story.
Why was Charlotte so upset about Sarah pursuing her dream?
I don't think Charlotte ever wanted Sarah to have her own success. Charlotte didn't seem to have any of her own, and she's afraid of being left behind.
It's so strange because Tess said that all Charlotte ever talks about is how proud she is of Sarah and how all she ever wanted was for Sarah to be in control of her life.
Maybe, but all Charlotte ever wanted was to be in control of Sarah. That's a shame, Monica, because Sarah is so talented. I can't wait to see the stuff she shot in Bosnia. She's got a real eye. My God, I hope she can still.
Oh, One thing at a time.
I think I'm gonna go back in there.
Okay.
All that film she brought back, it's safe, isn't it?
Perfectly.
I know what you're thinking.
Well, it wouldn't hurt, would it? I mean, seeing all the pictures Sarah took might make her feel better. Or worse.
Maybe Charlotte needs to see what comes out of Sarah's camera. And maybe Sarah needs to see what comes out of Charlotte's.
This is the part where you tell me everything, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Jeff.
Hello, Doctor.
Sarah. Sarah. I'm sorry to wake you, but there's a couple of things we need to talk about.
Yeah.
All right, first, the good news is that once the swelling goes down around the eye, you should be fine. Your last operation created some scar tissue under the skin around the eye, which actually helped protect you in this instance.
My operation.
Mm-hmm. Someone did a remarkable job.
Oh, I don't know what...
Wait for me here, honey, and don't worry. Everything's gonna be just fine.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Has anybody been in here to explain your mother's diagnosis?
There is nothing you could tell me about my mother right now that is of the slightest importance to me.
Maybe you should hear him out. I don't think this can wait.
She's right. Now, the diagnosis was confirmed just a little while ago. Sarah, your mother has a massive brain tumor.
What does that mean?
That is life-threatening, and it needs to be removed right away. Now, the operation is tricky, and the outcome is uncertain. There's also a better-than-average chance that your mother wouldn't survive the surgery.
And what if she does survive?
There would likely be a significant impact on her mental and/or motor skills. She'll probably need some form of long-term care. Now, I understand this is overwhelming, so I'll give you some time to digest this. But Sarah, a decision has to be made quickly.
I'm so sorry.
This is unbelievable.
It'll be okay, Sarah.
No, Jeff, I don't think it will be. My mother may die, or she may live and be a stranger. And if she dies, I lose her. And if she lives, I lose her.
Sarah, because of the nature of your mother's condition, we need this consent form signed by the next of kin.
How long has she had this?
Probably 6 months to a year.
Maybe that would explain her unusual behavior last night.
There is a precedent for tumors like this. Glioblastomas can create violent behavior in otherwise passive people.
If there's one thing my mother has never been, it's a passive person.
Nevertheless, she would never hurt you like that on purpose.
Then Charlotte wasn't responsible for her actions?
Probably not. The neurosurgeon is studying your mother's charts. Page me if you want to proceed.
Sarah, your mother needs your help.
Why is this happening? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Sarah.
I don't know what to do.
Sarah, if Charlotte makes it through surgery, she's gonna need more care than you can give her on your income. You won't have any choice but to come to work for me. And if she doesn't, well, then there's no one to stop you from...
Stop me from doing what it is I've always wanted to do. Is that what that's what you're saying to me, Jeff? I'm sorry about your mother, but at least it's convenient.
No, Sarah, of course not. It's just that...
It's just that if my mother dies, that would make my life easier, right? But, oh, God, I've actually thought that. Oh, God, forgive me, but it's actually crossed my mind, and now it's really happening. All my life, my mother has managed some minor illness.
some coincidental accident. Colds to keep me home, headaches to make me guilty. Just enough drama in my life to keep me from having my own life. As a matter of fact, one of my earliest memories is of me sitting in the hospital waiting room. Seems like I was always living through one of my mother's dramas. I wonder if this is going to be the last time. My baby did these.
That's what she was doing in Bosnia, taking pictures you can't pose.
She has the talent I always knew she did.
Then why wouldn't you let her explore her talent?
This is art. I wanted her to have something more stable.
You wanted her to be with you. You wanted her to live the life that you never had. But she couldn't do that at your side. She had to go off on her own to find it.
But I had to protect her.
Well, she feels like you smothered her.
I did what I had to do to take care of my little girl.
What do you mean? What did you have to do? I'm not here to judge you. I just want to help you.
I got married right out of high school. I didn't have any skills. I couldn't even type. When her daddy left, I didn't want to just survive. I wanted to do things for her. I wanted to spend time with her, not make her feel abandoned and forgotten. But I needed money for that, and free time. So I took a job as a photographer's assistant. That's what the ad said. But that's not what it was. I did things I shouldn't have done. Things I was ashamed of.
You did these things to help your baby.
I was determined that she would have all the things I never did. Training and equipment. So she could be behind the camera. So she could decide what the picture would look like. So she could have the control I never did.
Does Sarah know the sacrifices you've made for her?
She knew I worked hard, overtime, but she never knew exactly what I did. I tried hard to keep that from her. But when I see these, I know I can live with what I've done. Oh, she is a good photographer. Whatever happens to me, I know she'll be all right. She's got her talent. And she's got her eye.
And she's got her mama.
Thank you.
When I was little, I used to have to sit in the lobby of the photo studio where she worked. You know, just sit there. For no reason, just sit there, just like in the hospital, waiting for Mother.
Have you seen this before?
Hey, that's hers. That's my mother's camera. This is the only camera my mother would never let me use.
Why not?
I don't know. But it suddenly became the only camera I absolutely had to use.
She was very generous with her things then.
Yeah, I guess she was.
What else do you remember?
Well, I remember that I hated waiting for my mother while she was working. But I just had to wait there.
Yeah, you don't seem like the kind of person who could sit and wait very well.
No, I'm not. As a matter of fact, one day I got so bored, I decided I was going to sneak a peek at my mother. You know what? I don't want to think about that then.
Why not?
Mommy?
Sarah!
You know, my mother has made some really stupid decisions.
You may have thought she made poor decisions, and she probably would agree with you, but she was always there for you.
Oh yeah, she was there for me, all right. My mother was there in the back room, naked. My mother was a cheap, trashy calendar pinup girl.
Excuse me? Are you suggesting that your mother was a cheap, trashy woman?
Well, I'm ashamed to say it, but, yeah, maybe I am.
Shame has no place here, Miss Sarah Perkins. Is that why you've been looking at your mother through the wrong end of your camera all your life?
I know what I saw.
Honey, you don't know nothing.
Well, I know that I would never do what my mother did.
She made a mistake, I'll give you that. But she doesn't deserve your judgment. Because everything she did out of love for you. Everything.
The memory that you have of that night in the hospital, you weren't waiting for your mother to come out. You were waiting to be checked in for surgery. Remember?
You were awfully little.
Thank you,
But you were
Dr.
born with something that made it hard for you to see. And you needed surgery to correct your eye. And your mother made sure that you got it so that you could have a life behind the camera or any place else you wanted to. She sacrificed her self-esteem and her future to make sure that you got that operation.
I don't know what you're talking about. Monica, what is happening here?
We are angels, Sarah. And God has sent us here to help you find peace with your mother.
Angels. For my mother and myself. I'm sorry, I don't understand.
God loves you, Sarah. And he knows that you're afraid. Afraid that your mother will live and you don't know what that will be like. Afraid that your mother will die and you'll never really know who she was.
What's this? Oh, these are incredible. Where did you get these?
Those are your mother's. I developed them from an old film I found in her camera.
Vietnam demonstrations. Oh, she had an eye. She really did. She really did, but I don't get it. She just quit?
Well, she gave that life up because she didn't think she had any options. But she always hoped in her heart for a better life for you, and she did everything within her power to assure you that life. Many children never get to see the depth of their parents' love. God has blessed you.
Sarah, your mother was not a nobody. She had talent, and she had dreams of her own. The same dreams you have now.
Why didn't she tell me? Why wasn't she honest with me?
All parents make mistakes. The only one who hasn't is God. He gave the right daughter to the right mother. And the best way to thank him is to honor her.
So blind.
Oh, but now you see. Amazing grace, isn't it?
Sorry, your mother's had a seizure. She's in a coma.
Oh, no.
We're going to have to operate right away. So I need your permission. Will you give it?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, let's get going.
Oh, no. Oh, no, it's too late. She'll never know. It's too late. It's too late.
Thank you. We'll be taking her into surgery in a few minutes.
Doctor,
Yeah.
how soon are we going to know about her, memory?
Let's just get through surgery first, okay?
Mr. Merritt to volunteer services. Mr. Merritt to volunteer services, please.
So what was that all about in there? That little light show you put on?
I don't understand.
She wants to know if we're really angels. And yes, we are. And you know we are, Sarah. Your spirit knows that.
Yeah, well, then what was that all for? What was that, some sort of sick trick that God plays on people? God loves you. Here's the truth about your mother, but oh, surprise, it's just too late. Well, that's too bad, isn't it?
God does not play tricks on people, Sarah, and he doesn't give them brain tumors either. And he definitely never thinks it's too late. There is no time in God. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow are his right now, and he's willing to give them to you this instant, if you'll accept them.
What do you mean?
Your mother's mind is in a coma, Sarah, but her spirit is not. It's there waiting for you in that room. And so is forgiveness, for you and for her. Whatever else happens in this hospital today, that'll be the most healing work of all.
By the way, God says you can take that bandage off now. How many angels do you see?
2. Excuse me, could I just have a minute? Mother? Mom? You know, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but you're gonna laugh. There's a couple of angels out in the hallway who say that you can, so I figured it can't hurt, right? Mom, I'm sorry. You just made me crazy, you know? I know you loved me so much, and I was all that you had, and it scared me. I wanted you to have something else in your life. I didn't want to be everything to you, but you were my mother, and I loved you, and I didn't want to hurt you, and oh, God, is this making any sense?
I think they're wonderful.
Mama?
The doctor says that I might not have any memory when the surgery is over. If I make it through the surgery. Although, frankly, there are a lot of things I'd just as soon forget.
I wish I'd known you.
You do know me, Sarah. You know me better than anyone else on this earth. I know that I've hurt you many times. The awful thing, sweetheart, is the thought of forgetting you. And if you're not going to be there when I wake up, what's waking up for?
Oh, no, I'm going to be there, Mama.
No. I want you to go. I know what I've done to you. I tried my best to make you independent from the rest of the world, but I couldn't let go of you myself. So you had to sneak off to be who you really are. I'm so sorry. But now, you have the chance to go out there and live your life and not worry about those apron strings that would pull you back. It's what you've wanted, and it's what you've needed.
Oh, no, Mama.
That's not what I want. I know what you've done for me. I used to think of it as what you'd done to me, but I couldn't see then. I can now. I was a kid. I didn't know how hard it was for you or how lonely you must have been, but thank you.
It was a privilege.
Oh, I love you, Mommy. But I'm scared. I always pushed you out of my life because I knew that you would still be there, but I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid that now you're not going to be there when I need you the most.
Oh, I'll be there. I may not live, sweetheart, or I may come back into this room without any memories, but you'll have them, and that's where I'll be. Right here. You remember for me. Remember all the wonderful things that happened. And forget all the rest for me. Oh, Sarah. Sarah, if there was only one thing that you would want me to remember, what would it be?
Oh, it would be the day that you bought me my first camera, and how happy we were back then.
I remember that day. The little brownie camera with the handle?
Yeah.
I'll try to hold on to that one. I'll really try.
All right, Sarah, it's time to take her.
She's talking.
Really? Oh. Well, hi.
Hi. You know, I remember the day I gave you this little camera. We went to Laurel Park and took pictures of all those ducks. You almost fell into the pond because you had to make sure to get close enough to get a good shot.
Yeah, I felt so grown up. I thought I could do anything. I knew the world was mine. And it was. You gave it to me.
I'll never forget that day. But dear, I don't remember who you are.
I'm Sarah.
Sarah. That's a beautiful name.
Thank you. My mother gave it to me.
But what happened to your face?
Oh, that was an accident. Maybe I'll tell you about it sometime.
I don't know why, but I like you. I think we're going to be good friends.
Well, I think we already are. We just didn't know it.
Oh.
They're amazing, aren't they?
Humans? Oh. Yeah, that's the beauty of free will. You just never know what's coming.
They adapt, they learn, they forgive, they have secrets.
You are not asking me about Tess again, are you?
Oh, no, well, since you brought her up.
I didn't bring her up.
Is she different when she's alone, Andrew?
I think everyone's different when it's just them and God. But that's not exactly true in her case.
What do you mean? Well, come on. Well, what does Tess do when she's not working?
Andrew, tell me.
If I tell you, will you leave me alone?
You are impossible. Honestly. Speak. I am an angel of God, and I'm telling you to speak. Lord, give me strength. This dog is disobedient, and I'm about to lose my patience.
Tess, you have a wee dog.
Well, I don't have a dog. We have a mutual understanding. I'm his trainer, and he's my pupil. It's a very simple arrangement. I instruct him, and he disobeys me.
This is what you do for fun.
Well, that's what I thought, but it's not turning out that way. Oodles of angels hang on my every word, and I can't get this dog to give me the time of day. I'm through with you.
What's his name?
He doesn't get one till he learns how to obey me. Now you speak.